President Emmerson Mnangagwa has assured the people that the country will go out of its way to save them from hunger. He was speaking at the 44th independence celebrations in Murambinda, Manicaland province today. His statements come at a time when the country and region is facing one of the worst droughts in years, with more than 2.7 million in the country facing starvation. The president said government is on the ground to help those already vulnerable.
Committed to wholeheartedly attending to the needs of our communities across the board. In both rural or urban areas, no Zimbabwean will succumb to starvation. Adequate resources are being mobilized towards national food security for our people. The Food Deficit Mitigation Program is gathering pace following the identification of vulnerable communities in the households in every district in the world. Drawing from our traditional heritage, cultural norms and values, we are tackling drought in unity. No one in no place will be left behind.
In Bulawayo, thousands turned up for the provincial independence celebrations, with the drill and marching being one of the crowd pullers. Popular rumba band Insimbi Zejuane kept the crowds on their feet. We hear thoughts from one of the people.
Siyajabula kimi independence inhle kimi ngoba yikho lapho esathola khona uzibuso ngo1980 so sesikhululekile. Mina ngijabule kakhulu ngokubona amasotsha emacha into esingazake sizibona ngaphi kuma TV into angijabule kakhulu
Our correspondent Andile Chuma was at the celebrations in Bulawayo and she gave the update.
Unity, peace and development towards Vision 2030. This is this year's theme for the 2024 Independence Day celebrations as Zimbabweans celebrate 44 years of independence. Thousands of people have congregated here at the White City Stadium in Bulawayo for the provincial Independence Day celebrations and have been treated to stellar performances from the uniformed forces and from various artists as well as entertainment groups. One of the key performances for today was from the Mkombane Primary School learners who have given stellar performances and were introduced to the crowds by renowned artist and entertainer Sandra Ndebele, who is also a councillor for one of the wards here in Bulawayo.
The Nedbank Group says Zimbabwe remains a key market of focus for the financial services provider and is expected to sustain the firm's growth in the medium to long term. The South African Financial Services Group operates in Zimbabwe through Nedbank Zimbabwe under the Nedbank Africa Regions NAR, whose other operations are in Eswatini, Lesotho, Mozambique and Namibia, as well as representatives offices in Ghana and Kenya. Nedbank Zimbabwe recorded a 203% increase in profit after tax to 186.33 billion Zimbabwe dollars for the year ended December 31st, 2023, driven by increased lending in foreign currency, according to the firm's financial statements. Now, Marvin Chizonga, a financial analyst, joins us from Johannesburg. An analyst, Marvin, who is telling us more about Nedbank's focus in Zimbabwe and other markets.
Like many rivals, Nedbank is planning to expand its investment banking arm across the rest of the continent. So it's not just looking at investing within Africa, which is why you see there's a presence of Nedbank, the elevated presence of Nedbank in terms of its financing scope in Zimbabwe and other markets. The bank has continued to try and grow its ability to execute transactions across the African continent out of an investment banking operations perspective, and it has been able to do that really successfully in the mergers and acquisition advisory space and also in the mining space, besides the infrastructure as well as the power supply chain.
Dynamos ended their bitter Highlanders' dominance in the Uhuru Cup after edging them 1-0 in a match that was played at Murambinda B High School in Buhera this afternoon. Midfielder Donald Mudadi scored the only goal of the match to give a sigh of relief to under-fire head coach Genesis Mangombe. Bosso have dominated the cup, meant to celebrate the country's independence, having won the 2 previous editions.
Konapo Konapo, Ipapo Ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.